Now hey guys, welcome back to the channel, another Swiss 001 video, and welcome back to the flight simulator again. Yes, it's actually been a while since we've been here, and well, not much has changed. There's a ghost ship here at Frankfurt Airport in the background for some reason, but that's a whole other story. That's not what we're here for. What we are here for is actually this little software program, whatever, RAND Failures FS 2020, which, I mean, as the name kinda does suggest, is a failure engine. Yes, this creates random failures, and well, there we go. We can set a percentage of how likely one failure is going to happen, like a center gear failure, which means that the center gear won't come down, which doesn't make a lot of sense in this A320 because it doesn't have any center landing gear. Yeah, for example, here in this case, by 100% chance, in this flight, the left and the right main landing gear will not come out, for example, after putting it up again or something. And actually right now, everything is set to 100%. I wonder what's going to happen. Let's just go ahead and actually take off and then start the engine. I just want to see what happens once we actually take off this A320 from this airport and then just start the failure engine with everything set to 100%. Alright, we are at 100 knots. Let's just go ahead and rotate really quick. 120, things are looking good. Let's trim the aircraft so that it actually climbs on its own a little bit. There we go. And now let's actually start this engine. And well, as you can tell, everything has failed pretty much. Engines have died. The instruments have especially died. As you can see, the altimeter is completely stuck now. That doesn't work. What I do still have a little bit, I guess, is control of the plane. Let's just try to getting this plane landed down here at runway 18. I think this could actually be a successful emergency landing or something. At least I'm 100% certain that no one is going to die on this flight. Damn, okay. Pretty good emergency landing already with everything turned down to 100%. Oh, that has been a bad landing, but now we can actually, come on, touchdown. All right, there we go. A320 has landed. Now we need to stop, which is a problem because I think since everything is, well, failing, even the brakes are failed as well. So I guess let's put out the speed brakes and hope that they help us stop. We're not very much stopping, are we? Put the flaps down to 100%. Come on, stop. All right, yeah, we're gonna impact grass here, but let's try doing a turn to make this a little better. But of course, this emergency landing has gone very well. Yeah, no one was injured on this landing, probably either. I'm actually quite pleased with this. Okay, that's, you know, I just want to say again, everything here has been turned to 100. Everything failed, pretty much. Flaps failed, fuels failed, brakes have failed, engines have failed, instruments have failed, and also the hydraulics have failed, which is why we were very barely able to control the plane still. All right, now here we can set all the failure possibilities to 5%, which is the default likeliness, I guess. There we go. This is what everything would look like. I think 5% makes sense because when you set everything to 5%, there is a possibility that a few of these are actually going to happen, definitely. A few of these failures, you just don't know which ones, which is pretty scary. All right, this is a really cool engine. Let's just hop into a few more planes and, you know, test it out some more. All right, you know, a plane that I like most pretty much here in the flight simulator is the Cessna Citation CJ4, a very nice plane. It can fly pretty much anywhere. So just go ahead and fly this here. Try doing a normal landing, 12 nautical mile approach. All right, welcome aboard the CJ4. Before we actually start this flight, let's set some failures, of course. You know what? I actually want the landing gear to fail, especially. Let's set all of these to 50%. Now that means we are still not quite certain which of these landing gears are going to fail, but I guess at least two of them are going to fail, right? Would everything set to 50%? Well, I guess so. Let's just start the flight. Put the landing gear down. There we go. And as we can see, oh, as expected, two landing gear parts have failed. Both of the main landing gear have not come down. So we are going to have to land this plane without those now. Let's just continue with this approach. We're coming in very badly. Jesus Christ. Okay. Let's make sure to touch down at the lowest speed possible. Let's maybe go to outside view. That makes it a little bit more fun. There we go. All right. Make this as smooth as possible. There we go. That has been a landing at 80 knots. Perfect. Couldn't have gone better. And now we are stopping just fine. Oh, and actually the nose landing here has failed as well. Now we are without any landing gear at all. All right, but that's the landing here. Again, went quite well. All right, I mean, we can try some other stuff like, oh, hydraulic fail. I kind of want to see what happens if you only go for an hydraulic failure. Okay, just realized that this kind of sounds like a sponsored video, but it really isn't. Let's maybe try some propeller plane. How about this Baron? I have no idea how to fly this plane, honestly. I'm scared of flying this plane. Let's maybe go to the Alpine region and land this plane at Courchevel Airport. How about that? All right, welcome to Courchevel, again in the plane that I'm scared to fly. Let me try again. Hydraulic failure. I mean, that's gonna be interesting in this plane. What's gonna happen? Okay, let's see. Maybe let's get some landing gear failure as well. How about 20, 20, 20? You know, we can have a big set of failures here on this flight. Let me go for all 100%. There we go. Let's go ahead and start the flight, and especially start the failure. There we go. We have now stuff is going on, I guess. All right, so far our plane is flying fine, but we haven't put down the landing gear just yet. Now we have, and actually everything is working. That is quite nice. I think we need some more failures. What else can we do? Come on. I mean, we can also have a fire on engine 2. There we go, 100%. Now it's definitely promised that we will have a fire here on our second engine. Okay, whatever. Let's just put the landing gear down again. It still does work, and everything else still works, but the instruments, they have failed. As you can see, the speed indicator does not work at all anymore. Nope. Altimeter has also failed. Okay, then. Let's try flying without an altimeter and without a speed indicator, which is quite scary because, you know, this plane itself is scary already. Okay, meanwhile, the flaps are all down, the landing gear is still down, engines still work. See, this is like the thing about recording a video with the software like this. I'm not like 100% certain that this is going to be an interesting landing at all. So far, only the instruments have failed, which is not super much, right? Okay, let's go ahead and get this plane down, landed here. Alright, that was not particularly beautiful, but landings here at the airport are not ever beautiful. Okay, perfect. We have now stopped our plane. And again, that was not particularly spectacular, which again can happen quite easily as well. I mean, actually the software I really like. This is why I make a video about it. It sounds kind of like an ad, this whole video, but it really isn't. It's just cool to check it out. See, this is actually a really nice opportunity. You can, you know, you can leave this software running while you're just normally flying and set everything to like 1%. Then you're going to probably arrive safely, or probably not. I mean, you know, you still have this kind of like spiciness to the flight. If something can still happen, that's actually quite interesting. Can we set like it below to 1%? There we go, 0.1. Does that work? Yeah, never mind, that doesn't work. Yeah, we still need at least like 1%, which is quite a bit. I mean, that's going to be like a really unsafe plane when you're in like a 737 MAX. That could be a realistic simulation. Just kidding, of course. But you know, that makes the flight only interesting. All right, one last thing. How about this ghost ship? What happens if that one fails? You go, we're flying at a quite normal altitude, and let's fail it. There we go. Let's set everything to 100%. There we go. Let's set to 100%. Let's start the engine again, and we are flying. And I think we're on fire. You can kind of see a little bit of flames here. It's coming for some kind of emergency landing. I guess we don't actually have any power anymore. We have lost power of this ghost ship engine. Let's land in the Hudson. All right, come on. All right, pretty fast landing there, but stop. Now this ghost ship has landed in a lake. I have no idea what this channel has become. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you tomorrow as always. Good night.